It's now 7 years since Britain officially woke up to the fact that brains, the raw material she needed most, was in desperately short supply and getting scarcer. Parliament decided to establish 6 new universities. 5 years later, the Robbins Committee on Higher Education sounded a grim warning. Long-term aims were not enough. The crisis was here and now. By 1966, Britain would be 20,000 university places short. Something had got to be done. Perhaps it's not insignificant that somehow it's difficult to imagine actually starting a university. What does one actually do? Eric Fox, the University of Kent at Canterbury Registrar, gives a 30-second summary of years of planning, organisation, committees and preliminary work that's necessary.
First, you must have a local demand for a university. Then you must have government approval for this, because without government approval there will be no money, there will be no charter. Next, you need a Vice-Chancellor. The Vice-Chancellor is the key figure in a university, and he, with the committees, prepares the drafts of the Charter. Once the Queen in Council has approved the Charter, whether you have students or not, whether you have buildings or not, you have a university. Eliot College will have cost very nearly £1 million. This is a building which is half teaching and half residence. Normally, the government will only pay for residence. Exceptionally, in our case, they've made quite a substantial contribution towards the living part of the college. We can't expect this in future. And so we must devote some effort to finding money for subsequent colleges from private sources. By the end of this year, we need to have raised about £1 million. So far, we're halfway there.
Everybody works fast at Canterbury. It wasn't possible to decide even how many buildings they would need, let alone what sort, until the beginning of 1963. And when the Robbins bombshell revealed how short we were of university places, they accepted the challenge to take even more students than they'd already planned. They were going to start with 300. Now it will be 500. More students in less time than anyone has done before. But in some ways, the crisis has helped. It's everybody's effort, of course. Architects, fundraisers, professors and plumbers, deans and digger drivers. But the pace at which they all work is the pace set by the central executives, and it's grueling. There's one thing you must be if you want to start a university: a fanatic. The University of Kent at Canterbury opens its doors in October with high hopes, a huge debt, and a fine site overlooking one of England's most beautiful cities. And if talent, energy, and local support are anything to go by, it will be a huge success. It needs to be. The crisis is here and now, and the pressure never lets up.